Hi, I'm Anita of Magic and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you're seeing the show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit that notification bell so when an episode comes out, you'll be the first to know. Well, for those of you guys who are celebrating Thanksgiving here in the United States, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I know tomorrow's Thanksgiving. It's an exciting time for you guys. You all are going to be seeing family members. Also, too, I just want to recognize those people who are going through it, this time of the year because normally Thanksgiving is the time when family comes together, and for a lot of people, they might not be at that table where you would look across and you would know that, this person is there, and for this year, that person is not going to be there. They may have passed away, they may be in the hospital, they may be sick, and stuff like that. So my heart and, prayers goes out to you guys. I know sometimes it could be very hard, and I want to keep that in mind. Yes. By the way, I'm drinking some tea. Mm. This tea is so delicious. I cannot tell you how delicious this tea is. I brought up all this bush people gave me. When I go down, people just give me bush tea. I got this in here. It has soursop, it has lime bush, it has warm grass. I think warm grass, we call it warm grass, but in different places they call it lime grass. And it has cinnamon sticks in it as well. So I've just boiled a whole bunch of that and keep that on the stove. And in the winter time, I drink that. I'm telling you, this tea is so nice and smooth in the mouth. It is nothing like those tea bags that people buy and drink. This tea bag is so bitter. I don't know what kind of tea they're making in those tea bags and selling to people and calling it tea, but it is just I still cannot stomach it. So I always get my little bush tea and stuff like that from the Caribbean, and hopefully one day when I finish building the house, you guys will get an opportunity to have some of that, because I really want to take people down to the Caribbean, so hopefully you guys will get a taste of that to see how beautiful and smooth this is in the mouth. So yes, and the plan has been approved. The plan for the house has been approved. Just some little tweaks that I have to make on it, like the way the door opens, because every place in the world have different rules for how certain things are. So anyways, but you guys will hear more about it. But I just want to talk about just three short things. Harry and Meghan in Canada, and little news that I was reading this morning about the Yorks, Fergie and Andrew, and it's not good. But I'll get into that. But let's just start off with Harry and Meghan, with the element of surprise. Just love how Harry and Meghan move around the world and the way that they just surprise us. I'm just loving it, because, when they were in England, we would hear about, where they're going, but now that they're in the United States and they have their own independence, and they're running their own show, they're literally steering their own ship. When they go somewhere, they're not telling anybody. They just show up, and then it comes on the news, and then it comes on social media, and that's how we know. And it's beautiful. And we saw Harry at a hockey game. Let me just make sure I have the right information about the hockey game. So he was at in Vancouver, literally, and he did the ceremonial puck drop. You see how I'm learning? I don't know anything about hockey. Okay, I'm from the Caribbean, people. We have warm weather throughout the year, and the whole ice business is all new to me. I know a lot about cricket, okay? Cricket and rounders, I know a lot about it. So yes, so he did that ceremonial puck drop, and you know, I read somewhere that this very event the Queen was at it 21 years ago, where she performed that ceremonial puck drop as well. So that is a good way to sort of, you know, honor Queenie, Harry's grandmother. You know, every time I think about how the royal family literally prevented Harry from having, you know, some time with the Queen during her last days, it just, it makes me sad, but this is a way of honoring her and keeping her spirit alive. And you know, I'm sure he was thinking about that as well. So we saw him being very happy, even giving fist pumps to some of the players when he got out there, and he looked really happy. They also stayed for the game. You could see how they were into it. And when, you know, I think it was the Canucks, I think that's how you pronounce it, when they won, you could see how Harry and Meghan were celebrating. Harry even did a little dance, and Meghan, they were all excited, and they walked in there, and they were just beautiful. They were glowing. They looked absolutely happy, you know. So that was really nice to see. And leave it to Meghan, everywhere she goes, she always takes time out to, you know, acknowledge different organizations in those regions that she's in by paying a visit to them. And no difference here. She went to this non-for-profit organization. Let me just get it to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. It's called Justice for Girls, and it is a non-for-profit organization that support girls in Canada, and they advocate for, you know, girls' health, their well-being, equality for them, and so on. So uh, as well as access to education. Let's not forget that. That's something, you know, that is near and dear to Duchess Meghan's heart, you know, because when women are educated, you know, the sky's the limit for them. I'm telling you, doors are open for them. I cannot tell you how important education is. Let me tell you. It is my story, so I know. But anyways, they do a lot. They also, well, literally protect them from violence, you know. So a lot of the times, these girls, you know, that find themselves in situations, in those destitute situations, they're normally victims of violence. So that is one of the things that this organization does, really protect these young women. I'm not too sure exactly how they go about it, because I have to look into it. It's just, as I said to you guys, these are things that just came up with Harry and Meghan, and seeing them, I haven't gone deep into the information, but it was just lovely to see Meghan engaging in a discussion with these young women, and it looks like they were really happy to have her there. They posted, you know, the occasion on Instagram, on their website, on their social media account. Yeah, so that was nice, and they released a couple of pictures, and Meghan looked beautiful as always, so that was really nice to see. Now moving on to Sarah Ferguson and Andrew. These people, they really don't know how to stay out of mess, and it seems there's a problem with certain types of people. The more they have is the more they want. So they just settled a lawsuit with this woman, a Turkish woman, and it was for 1.4 million pounds. Apparently, this Turkish woman was working with this banker, and he had to move her money out of Turkey and to secure it. I don't know what her husband got into. I don't know if he died. I don't know what it is. But apparently, Andrew was given 750,000 pounds to secure a passport for her. And then there were other monies again. He got also another £350,000. Sarah got £225,000, and Eugenie was given £25,000 to hold an event for Sarah. Apparently, Eugenie, they're saying, didn't know where the money was coming from. But all of that money was apparently or allegedly stolen money, that this banker stole or embezzled, or I don't know what they were doing it with, allegedly, from that lady. So given that this money ended up in the York's hands, they had to somehow pay back for it because the woman sued. It is just very, very, very distressing. And up to now, in this lawsuit, they were able to get away with paying the money that they received without giving an explanation as to why and how they were getting this money. No explanation. That is the kind of power that the members of the royal family, have in the United Kingdom. They can shut their wills down. Nobody knows about it. It can be closed for 100 years. It's not open to the public. All their dealings are sealed, and the public doesn't get to know what they're doing. And this is the reason why they thought probably they could have gotten away with this. But whatever happens in the dark always comes out in the light. So it just shows the kind of people that the Yorks are. Andrew, he seems never, he doesn't cease to fail. That's how I put it. He doesn't cease to fail. And Sarah, same thing. The same way that she had borrowed money from Epstein. This woman, I don't know. It's just really, they're just underhanded people, and they have no shame, no integrity. And that's the reason why I'm just happy that Meghan and Harry is out of that family. They're doing something else by themselves. They're making their own money, and they have no association with these people, because these people have absolutely no integrity. And the things that they would do, it's unbelievable. No conscience as human beings. So it's just, and this is not, the people are not talking much about this, and I wonder why. They're worried about what Harry and Meghan is doing, what they're doing, but they're not worried about or not reporting about this. This came out yesterday, and I only saw it today. I only saw it this morning, and I'm talking about it now. And the court cannot even tell why all these sums of monies were given out. One thing they did say is that this man that gave them the money was at Prince Andrew's initiative. It's called Pitch at Palace. I don't know what that is, but this banker, he was there, and whatever scheme allegedly that he was running, Sarah and Andrew were also part of it. And yes, they have to pay up. They have to pay that woman £1.4 million. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's all for now on this note, until Harry and Meghan comes out again, and I will be sending, so I will be posting some shorts on all of, these stories, and whatever I can find out there to be a little bit more, to elaborate a little more, because as I said, these things are unfolding, and as I read more and more articles, I get more information, and I'll be able to put a little bit of, string things together to see, to try to make sense of all of this, literally. And hopefully I'll be able to tell more about that organization, Justice for Girls, and so on. And yes, that's all for now. Take care, and bye. Drinking my tea. Oh, God. Gosh, this tea is lovely. I wish you guys could have some. Mm. Just delicious. It's taking all the different tastes. It's just incredible. Okay, bye.